Concurrency is one of the primary draws to Elixir and Erlang. Concurrency is achieved via processes. Let's have a look at spawning processes and sending messages between them. We'll start a new project. Now let's start out with a test. We'll test that we can spawn a process, send it a ping message, and get a message back. Spawn takes a module, a function name, and a list of arguments. It starts a new process running that function. When the function completes, the new process will die. Send lets you send messages to a process. Self provides the current process's PID or process ID. We'll assert that when we send a pong to a process, we receive back a ping. This waits for up to 100 milliseconds and passes if the message is received in that time frame, failing if it is not. And here we're actually asserting that we get back a two-tuple with ping the atom as the first element and ping the process ID of the process we started as the second. Okay, so we can try to run this. And of course it fails because it didn't receive anything, and actually also there's no ping.start. So let's make the ping module. Okay, so if we run the test now, it fails just because we didn't receive the message. This is because our process doesn't respond to those messages, of course. To listen for a message, we can use receive. We'll listen for a pong message, and we expect to get pong and the process ID that it's coming from. We'll capture the process ID. That's going to be we'll call this from. And when we receive that message, we'll send back a message to the person that sent it to us, and we'll send back the message ping with our own process ID. Run the test, and it passes. So now this works, and we can send this message, and our tests pass. But if we were to send another message, we would get no response. That's because after our ping process has received a message, the function is complete and the process dies. Here we've written a test that we can receive the two messages, and we saw that it failed. Next, let's go back to ping, and we will extract this to a loop function. Now, once we've received our message, we'll just call loop again. If we run the test now, it passes. It's worth talking a little bit about how receive works. Processes have a mailbox, and any messages sent to a process queue up in a list in the mailbox. Receive will look at the mailbox and handle the first message it finds in the order specified in the call to receive. If there are no messages, it blocks until there is a message. For the grand finale, let's add one more message to this. We'll make ping handle a ping message as well, responding with pong in that case. Then we'll output to the console each time a message is received, and we'll start two processes that talk to one another. I'm just going to print out to the console and sleep for a little bit so that this is entertaining in a moment. So now we'll handle the ping message, and we'll say we're sending back a pong, and we'll send the pong message. So now let's start one of each of them and get them talking to one another. To get them started, we'll send ping a message pong, and we'll say you should respond back to the pong process. We'll run it. And there you can see them talking to one another. In today's episode, we learned what processes were, how to spawn them, and how to communicate with them. We did it with tests, introducing assert receive. I hope you enjoyed it. See you soon!